in the kitchen, same and we are back. Season 2, episode 2. How y'all doing? Two.
Okay.
Right. How y'all doing out there? Let us know in the comments. So, we got a jam-packed show for y'all today. Okay? And we're just going to get right into it. So, the first topic of today is going to be girl code, guy code, people code. What does that mean to you?
The code,
right? There always has to be a code. We need rules and regulations to survive in life, child. So
there ain't no handbook though.
There ain't no handbook, but we need guidelines.
Yes.
So when we talk about girl code, guy code, people code specifically, we're talking about your relationships with your friends and dating. So is it okay for your friend to date your ex-man? Or not? Is it okay for your boy to date your ex-girlfriend? Is it okay for your girlfriend to date your ex-girlfriend? What are the rules when it comes to stuff like that? And for me, I'm really keen and I'm super huge on loyalty. So I feel like if I dated a guy and I was done with him, the see, you can't have him.
Why not? He's for the streets.
It's over. He could be for the streets. He is most definitely for the streets if he's not with me. But he can't be on the C block.
I can't be wrong.
He gotta be on the block over.
He can't be on the corner?
Nah.
On the stoop? No?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He gotta be over there on 90 blah blah. He gotta be over there. He can't be on the C block. But tell me how you feel about it, girl.
I agree. If I've dated someone, then you shouldn't touch him. You shouldn't even really want him.
No, it's gross.
You know what I mean? Like, why do you even want somebody that your friend or whoever, your family member too, because it's family code too.
Family code.
Why would you even want them? You know what I mean? Like, this, I don't know, when I see somebody, if you say, hey, Tosh, hey, Nasia, this is my new man. Mm-hmm. Once you say that, he look like the wall. He don't even have a look no more. It's like, oh, that's Tasha man.
Right.
They're like, oh, look at that book on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how he look now because it doesn't feel good. But I feel like some people feel like, girl, you could get with him. They had a whole share man crew.
Right.
There's people that still sharing men. This one married this one sharing man, sharing women. Because I know a lot of men don't have a problem with that though too. Some men don't have a problem with,
that's what they say, but emotionally inside they be hurt. They be hurt that they homeboy hooked up with, because like, damn, that was my boy, how could you go be with my boy? Mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's just a level of respect for people. But on the flip side, you do have some people who will be like, love is love and love always wins, and soulmates and soul ties. But if you be with my ex-man with your friends, I'm gonna tie your ass up, all right?
But I definitely do agree, because it's just a point of it being something that's untouchable, and that is the code. If you want to say the girl code, the guy code, whatever it is, that is the code. That if I touch them, this should be. Now, it better had been a real relationship. Now, it can't be somebody that, I met at the club last weekend, never had sex with them, you ain't never kissed them, you do nothing. Oh, now Nasia can't have them. No, boo, he for the streets. If you met him at the club and you gotta catch a vibe, I catch a vibe with him. We catch a vibe. But now if you had a real relationship, a real slept together in the bed, relationship, then he's off limits. But if you meet a dude in the club, y'all talk for all of 20 minutes in the club, and then they say I met him down at the grocery store. Come on now.
I feel like if I expressed to you that I had interest in him, I don't think, like you said, like if I introduce you to him, you should look like you should automatically be unattracted. So it's like, dang. So at what point did you get attracted to him? Because I don't
even know him. I met him at the grocery store, and come to find out we talking to the same. Not to say talking, because
if you don't know, you don't know. We're talking about intentionally. Though.
Intentionally, that's where the problem is. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, if you met somebody in the club for a little 20 minutes, you catch the vibe, and then nothing really panned out from it. I met him the next week at the grocery store. That ain't your man.
No, but that's unintentional. You don't know. So you don't know what you don't know. But we're girl and guy code and people code, family code, whatever code, where it specifically comes in is when you know. So I may have pulled up the girl. I met this cute guy. Here go his little Instagram profile. But I wasn't really feeling him. So, you know what I'm saying? Nothing ain't come from it. Mm-hmm. Now, if you pop up 2 weeks later saying, I'm dating John. Remember the guy you showed me on Instagram? You said you didn't really like him? That was intentional, though. That's intentional.
Yeah, that's intentional.
And it feels a little weird.
Yeah.
It puts a different energy into our relationship now. That's how I feel. But you guys let us know in the comments, is it okay? Remember, it was real quick story time. I know someone who recently got married to her best friend's ex-boyfriend, and they weren't just like, you know, dating in kindergarten, as Sia would say. They were in a full-fledged sexual relationship, and their relationship ended, and she ended up, you know, being with her best friend's ex-man, and the two girls are still friends. So child, they was playing Goldilocks in 3 beds. This bed is too big and this bed is too small, but this bed just right.
No, that is wrong. But in a sense, it too, isn't this like the free love age where it's like
love wins?
Like love wins.
Yeah.
So if she ain't got a problem, does she really have? Do you know this person? Like, do they have a problem with it?
I only know the girl. I only know
holding it down.
I only know the person who got married to the ex person. I don't know what the other girl's opinion of it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
But they seem to be fine. I mean, she found love.
It couldn't work with me.
Couldn't work with me either, girl.
So if me and Dre ain't together no more, he is off a limit.
Dre been off limits for 20 years. Who's Dre?
He's off
Dr.
limits.
Dre?
But that is the girl code, the people code. They feel,
yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a situation where you have to, whatever works for you. But I'm just saying, for me, we cannot share men. We cannot share anything that sexual happened with them.
Right, and it also goes to like it's like an unspoken rule, right? Like I shouldn't have to say, "Girl, don't date none of my ex-men."
But people don't know no better.
I know, but it's like an unspoken thing. It's like one of those things where it's just etiquette. Like you should just know. You shouldn't have to tell me now that you and Dre have divorced that Tasha don't go date Dre. I should automatically know. I shouldn't say, "Well, y'all are divorced anyway, so what does it matter to you?" You didn't want him.
Some people grow as hoes, honey.
Wait a minute, but that doesn't mean they're a hoe. They could just fall in love.
No, I feel like, but I guess in my opinion of a hoe, if you want to say, not going off topic, but it's like you just don't care, and some people
have no morals.
Yeah, you just don't care. You don't care. Not to say you sleeping around, but it's like I don't care about your feelings. My coochie say he gonna get it popping. We gonna get it popping. That's how some people think. So it's like, should you tell your friend that the girl code? I mean, I guess you would have to know what type of friend you rolling with. And if that's your real friend,
like I shouldn't have to tell you not to do me dirty.
You shouldn't, but some people, child.
I said that we should have
half of the world.
Should we be itemizing things in friendships that we should not be doing or we should be doing?
If you know, put like this, where the itemization should happen is if you see your friend do trifling things to other people, you better itemize with that child.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she don't know no better.
Absolutely.
She don't know no better.
You should absolutely take into stock how people treat other people.
So she slept with her friend, man, or whatever the situation
Ain't
is.
nothing off limits.
You better tell her, like, look, Dre or whoever.
That's sad.
Is this and that. People have friends like that. I learned in life. You sometimes got to break things down to people. Now, if you rolling with people like that, maybe at this age I wouldn't roll them. But but you're your 20s, you're a teenager. If any, the young people watching the show, some friends they're just in that realm. So you might have to break that down to them because they don't know no better.
Listen, if you trying to be my friend, and I gotta break that down to you at 30, how old we are.
Maybe they Googled the girl code. Somebody got it up there.
You can't be my friend, child. I have to explain to you what girl code is. When you talking about shoes and bags, it's not like, oh, Miss C, I saw that bag. Remember that bag you saw the other day in Target? Girl, I went out and bought the bag because I thought it was cute. That's some material things. I mean, and sure, right, we don't own people, right? People are not our property. But like I said, there's just a level of respect for, your friend or your family member or whatever the situation is. It's just a respect for the person that you care about to not go behind them and date someone that they've dated. I just think it's also gross.
It is. That's my first thing. I would think gross because I'd be like, oh my gosh, this penis used to be up in Tasha. Like, I be thinking about, I wonder if he did this with Tasha. Like, how do y'all even move like that? But like I said, no judgment here. If that's your thing, you just couldn't be my friend. Yeah. And that's okay. And you could be an associate maybe, but you can't be my friend. but that's about it. So, yeah, I mean.
But let us know. Comment down.
Comment down in the girl code, the guy code.
Do you believe in girl code, guy code, people code? Like, let us know. Are you okay with your friends dating your ex, or have you dated your friend's ex? Let us know. We like the tea around here.
Yeah,
let us know. That has full of tea. So we're gonna move right into our topic number 2, and we're talking once again about relationships, but this time we're talking about like, should dating couples, like dating with plans to be married, like both of you know that you want to get married eventually, should planning to marry couples live together before marriage or not? Like, I know there's a whole stigma of, test driving the car before you buy it. Like, we've all heard that terminology, that terminology when it comes to dating and being married. And I absolutely believe that people who are dating with the purposes of getting married, they should absolutely live together before marriage. And why? What does it matter? Oh, I know him. We hang out all the time. We're all, but we're Jamaican around here. And if y'all ever heard the saying of "send me and come live with me" are two different things. Because I need to know, in the 12th month of the year, are you really miserable now that it's the holidays time? You were putting on a show before because you had to come to my house, or I had to go to your house. So, people always are given the best representation of themselves when they're outside of their environment. But I need to know who you are, like, for real. Like, in the house, like, are you crunching your toenails at night? I don't know. When you're at my house, you may not feel comfortable to crunch your toenails. But now that we together, we done sleeping in the bed, you feel comfortable in your own bed, in your own house.
Eating toenails?
Yeah. You never know. Stranger things have happened. How do you feel about living before marriage?
Me, this is one of those where I could float either way. If you choose to live with somebody before marriage, hey. If you choose not to live with somebody, I don't see, put like this. I feel like you are saying it more so like it should go down, but I feel like it don't have to go down.
Okay.
Now, I can speak for myself. We were young, but we didn't live together before we got married or anything like that. But I feel like I kind of knew some of his mannerisms because he slept over my house, and, we kind of, did, if you want to say, married couple things before marriage. So I feel like it could go either way. I feel it's up to the relationship. I don't feel like you're going to get the biggest surprise when you live together. Like, I think the way you're saying is like, you're scared of the surprise.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the other shoe to
drop. But I don't feel like you're going to get the biggest surprise. Because people show their ass after a while. Let's just be honest. People do it. They're going to show you. Like, in the 5th month, you going by his house and you seeing toenails by the side table. You might start. You can ask a question and figure it out. If you wake up in the middle of the night with him, some toenails are again on the bed. You pull over the pillow and there's some toenails. So these type of things, you know what I mean? You have to see, what works for you, but it's not a mandatory. I don't feel like it's mandatory. You don't need it. I don't need to live with you.
I feel, people. You can do whatever you want to do, but for me, I'm just saying, I would absolutely. Now, this is only, and we're talking about what the purposes of getting married. Excuse me. Now, what if you're just dating to date and your marriage is not necessarily on the table? Should you be living with your partner, period, if you're not going to get married?
Yeah. You could live with, this is another one I'll say, I'll take the fence with it too, because I can live with my partner and live with them forever. If you feel like, but do you feel like if you're living with them, is it needed? Could you do a separate home relationship forever? Think about it. Till you're like, now we're in our 30s, till you're 90 with this person. Hopefully you might be going the long haul with them. Could you do that in separate households? People do that. People have long distance marriages.
They do.
And they Bi-coastal. They have things. It's like, what is going to work? To be honest, I don't believe in long distance marriage. Or a long distance relationship for so long. Now, you could be a long distance relationship because a circumstance right now has caused, like, I need to just find a job in a new state. Right. So when I find my job, then I move. But a long distance for like maybe a couple of months, a year tops. But I don't feel like you have to live with it. You don't necessarily have to live with the person. But for me, it ain't gonna work. Because I need to, if I'm telling you you're my man and we together, I need to know what's going on with you after a while, like on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. Like, what are we doing this for if that's not the case? Right.
And it's not, for me, it's not necessarily about I don't want to be overbearing, or it's not about being insecure, or necessarily like a cheating thing, because people cheat. You could be with your man 24/7. The minute he go to the bathroom, if he gonna cheat, Shorty in that bathroom waiting for him to cheat with, okay? And she gonna disappear with the flush. Okay? So, and it's not about that. You can't hold people to, can't be on top of someone because you're afraid of cheating. I just feel like if we're building a life together and we are moving towards marriage, then living together only makes sense. It works for some people. I'm not saying, it can't work. There's lots of successful, marriages and people who don't live in the same house, and that works for them. I personally just don't, see, how I would feel knowing that I'm not with my partner 6 months out of the year, or 3 months out of the year. My grandparents on my my dad's side, my grandma lived here for 6 months of the year, and she went back to Jamaica for 6 months of the year. So her and her husband, for a very long time, for as long as I can remember, they've always had that half a year kind of thing. Like, sometimes he would come here and visit her during those 6 months, but for the most part, she lived here 6 months. And she went home for 6 months. And they had a great marriage from what I know.
But
Couldn't have been me, child. Couldn't have been me. They had a great marriage.
But I feel like that's a marriage of convenience. Yeah. That don't never sound marriagey to me.
It don't sound marriagey.
It don't sound... Maybe I have a warped mind of what a marriage is. Yeah. But it doesn't sound like a love. It seems like, we like each other. We cool. We gonna ride this out. And that's not the approach I feel like anybody should have in marriage. You should be like, I want to be with that person every day. I want to wake up. I want to kiss them. I want to this. And I don't care if you talk to them 200 times on the phone and all that other stuff like that. It's still... a marriage is supposed to be a union. And a union needs to come together. A union needs to live together. That's just how I feel. I'm not saying this is the way it should be. This is not set in stone. But that's just how I feel. So that's not something I could commit to doing. Now, a long-term relationship... After a while, I'm gonna need to get married. Now, I'm a marriage person. Now, if you're not a marriage person, then you can live together. You
do whatever you want to do.
Live together for the long haul, but be committed to what's going on. But like I said, when it comes to marriage, living together before marriage, it's not mandatory. I mean, as long as you know the person. Now, some of y'all getting married now in 2 weeks.
I would get married in 2 weeks.
Some of y'all get married in 2 weeks. Now, you definitely don't know nobody in 2 weeks. Not to say you can't get married, Miss Tasha, in 2 weeks, but you don't know them. So you are lucking up to the toenails on the counter.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad. I'm like, dang, I should live with you in the first week so I could know.
The first week.
So y'all, listen, for me, y'all, if y'all remember from last episode, go watch the last episode. We'll have it linked down below, or we'll put it in the cards at the top so you can go see the last episode. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. But for me, I'm a little bit older, so if I meet you today and you want to go to the altar tomorrow, granted, you ain't just trying to get some citizenship papers or something. A marriage of convenience, as my friend here so eloquently put it. I'll be down to get married tomorrow. Why not? We'll figure it out.
Live with him,
we'll figure it out as we go. No, we moving in. I'm gonna break the lease. We're gonna break the lease, get a mortgage, do something.
She a risk taker. I don't trust people.
I don't trust people either. But you know what? What's the word?
She trusts people.
It's 2020. It's 2020.
We all gonna die, right?
At this point, it's 2020. What are we waiting for?
Corona can catch you anytime.
What are we waiting for? Child, we don't know what's gonna happen between now and the end of this year. I'm with it all.
She with it. She with it all.
I'm with it all. Okay, so. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's all a vetting process once again. That's always the theme. It's always making sure you know what you're doing and making sure that person has your best interest at heart and making sure you really know what you're doing. Because I feel like sometimes we say we want something, but do we really?
Until they go bad.
Until they go bad, like, dang.
Until they go bad, I want it.
Right. But how you going to know unless you put your foot in the water?
That's true. So live together if you want. Don't live together if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, some people ask a religious thing too. Some people
don't want
living together before marriage is a sin to some people.
God forgives. My God. I don't know about y'all, God, but my God forgives.
So
forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Yes, you sinned.
Okay, sinned.
So if you genuinely in your religion feel like you cannot live together before marriage, then don't live together. It's really your choice. But I'm just talking about for me.
Right, we're talking about for ourselves, and like I said, we're all inclusive here, so we don't shun anybody. So if it's up to your choice, if you want to be with your man for 100 years and y'all ain't never lived together, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't break it. Right, that's what I said. Right, I didn't say if it's not broken, don't the word?
Fix it.
I said if it ain't broke, you have to fix it. If it's not broke, don't break it. So we are winding down this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yes.
And it's our favorite segment. We're going to get to the advice of this week. And also, if you need advice, please email us at
everything N, the kitchen sink, the letter N, at gmail.com. Okay? Make sure, and you can DM us too. Check us out on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We got a page. We got everything going on. So hit them with the advice talk.
Yeah, we'll definitely link our Instagrams. You know, I'm TA_SHADE. That's _shade on Instagram. And my lovely co-host is
Nasia_Marie_. So check that out. Okay. And everything in the kitchen sink. Don't forget about the brand. Follow the brand. Yeah. Okay. Everything in the kitchen sink on Instagram as well. But all of that gonna be in the comments. But let's get to it.
So this week's advice says, I've been dating who I thought was my boyfriend for almost a year. And recently we were at an event where he introduced me to his family as his friend. I was shocked, but didn't show it at the time. On our way home, I asked, why didn't he say I was his girlfriend? He said, I thought we was just chilling. I love him, and I'm hurt by his downplaying of our relationship. Should I be demanding that he give us a title? Should she demand that he give us a title? I'm asking you first.
Yes. Asking me first?
Yeah.
Girl, don't be wasting no more time. I wouldn't demand nothing. Keep him pushing. This is too much time to be wasted. Maybe I don't even know how you could talk to somebody for that long and not know what it is. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm that type of girl of, you know me, I need my organization. I need to know who I am. I need to know what's going on. And by month one, are we together? What if I'm really catching your vibe? I'm asking you, are we official? Mm-hmm. Are you my man and I'm your girl? And are we in a monogamous relationship? That's what I'm asking. Girl, you wasted months for this dude to come introduce you as a friend.
Almost a year. So what's we talking about? 11, 12 months? What's almost a year?
I don't know. It could be anything. Anything in my mind, anything over 7 months is almost a year.
Agreed.
So at the end of the day, girl, if he introducing you as a friend, you are a friend.
You got what I need.
Say they just a friend.
But you say you just a friend. But you say he's just a girl. Bye. I mean, I don't think you should say. Nasia saying you that you should end your relationship. I don't think you should end it, but I think you should flat out no. Like, even if you're gonna end it, you know, you're probably gonna end up breaking it off because you sound like you're in whole girlfriend mode, which to me sounds like you've been doing girlfriend things. Which to me sounds like you should have, at the very least, have had a conversation at some point of saying, you know, what are we? I know. You know, we don't like having that conversation. We don't like asking. But girl, we on a need to know basis.
But why?
We dating for almost a year. I need to know what we are.
No, but why are we so afraid to ask him?
People are afraid because they don't want to, because once you put the title on it and they're afraid, you know, pushing the guy away if they've been already like just trying to sneak their way into a relationship. I don't tiptoe my way into nothing. I'm kicking in the door, waving the 4-4. Okay? Period. I'm not tiptoeing my way into nothing. I need to know up front what we are, what we're doing, where it is going. Because once again, who has time? Nobody has time to sit around and be lollygagging for almost a year. Because see, now look, your little feelings done hurt. I'm sorry, girl. And this sounds a little harsh. But
you need tough love.
But you need tough love. Because now see, if you would have known before you went to this family function, you could have acted accordingly. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you are better than me, and you're definitely better than the C, because as soon as he would have said, "This is my friend," I'd have been,
who you talking to? That's my man. My man.
I would have left him
and we've
standing
been together for almost a year.
Period. I would have been standing there looking at him like he was insane. Who is your friend? Friend where?
He tried it though. He knew what he was doing. I feel like he did that on some trifling stuff.
But girl,
and that's how men are sometimes. But at the end of the day, you have to be 10 steps ahead of them. Mm-hmm. And I would say, girl, I would be kind of done. Like, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that if there's sometime in the beginning of a relationship, there's a miscommunication. Right. Where it's like, maybe the same month, you know, we didn't talk. Right. And if he just with his friend in a month, I'd be like, all right, maybe we need to talk about it. Yeah. 7 months, boo. Or, I don't know, 7, but you said almost a year.
Whatever.
I'm your friend? Really? I'm your friend? Really? Friend? Me? Friend? No. Yeah.
And then now, as soon as he said friend, now it's what's up, bro. And now you his friend. So guess what? All them girlfriend type duties that you was doing is cut off. And if he want to put you in the friend zone, you put him right back in the friend friend zone. But the right man out there is going to come and scoop you up and going to appreciate you and not be calling you a friend in front of his family. Okay?
And how about this? Go get you some friends. Because I know he got some friends. If he calling you a friend, get you some friends. Date around. And I bet, and probably he might get his act together after that. But I'm not saying, don't do anything for him. This is now for you.
Yeah.
This is your problem, your issue. This is not on his life. Because he already said where he at. He's your friend. You now have to make this the proper decision of what you want to do. Me personally, I'm going. I ain't got time. After a year, it's over. All right, friend. I hang out with you when I see you, and that's it. Well, as a relationship, we done. Sorry.
So to sum it up, you asked for advice. Nasia said, chuck up the deuces and hit the road, Jack. I'm saying have a conversation with him. Let him know how you feel. And if he's not on the same page as you after that conversation, you go ahead and you bounce on to the next. Okay? So we are at the end of this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you guys. Thank you for all the love on our last vlog. Oh, not vlog. I'm so sorry, child. We got vlogs coming. That's what my brain is at. So thank you for all the love on our last episode. And we're going to see you here again. Same time, same place, same show. With this hoe.
You call me a hoe? Well, you never know. In some circles I might be. Hey. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, hit that bell. Ding! See y'all next week.